Hello, can you share with us who you are and where you're from?
Yes, my name's Rod Barrett. I'm out of Rocky Mountain House, Alberta, Canada.
Can you tell, I understand you're an injured worker. Can you tell us about how you got injured?
Yeah, I was injured on a service rig back in October 9th, 1997. Got arrived to the rig site, noticed it was set up against occupational health and safety. Everything was measured in wrong. Put a lot of tension on the equipment. I told the rig manager that you can't be. This is a violation in motion. We got to shut it down. We got to fix it. Did my part as a worker. Yeah, then they threatened me, blacklist me. They said all the rig words that if you don't play ball, our ball, you're gone. You're gone from the game, period. Welcome to the oil field. But yeah, saw the accident and the accident happened just the way I called it 2.5 days later. And it
So,
turned out that I ended up walking out of it with a head, back, neck injury. Sorry.
so what effect did the injury have on your daily life?
Well, before this injury, I was 245 solid muscle. The doctor said I need another 15, 20 pounds of fat on me. I was too healthy. I did all sorts of job in and out of helicopters, working up and down seismic lines, working service rigs. Then I got into the drilling rigs, and yeah. Prior to that, I was successful. I had monies. I felt like a human being. You turn on a commercial, you see families laughing and having fun and doing this, and that's the lifestyle I had. After the injury, well, I see that lifestyle on TV now, and I'm stuck at home. I'm not that weight anymore, and it's totally just the opposite. It's just, yeah, it's pain and misery, and you see life moving on in front of you, and that's all it is. You see life moving on in front of you. You cannot live a life. You're you're dormant.
So what were the best or worst things that workers' compensation did for you?
Wow, the best thing they did for me, well, they haven't done nothing for me. I've received $0 from the workers' compensation for my workplace injury on a service rig back in October 97. I've never received a dime. They made me homeless. I financially lost my firstborn child out of this because the courts wouldn't give him to me, even though I was a better parent due to my financial status because I was pretty much homeless because I had no income. Yeah.
So why do you think that workers' compensation should be providing you assistance?
Uh, it's worded that in the law. It was the agreement in the merit principle. Um, According to the law, I should be receiving it.
So you've got medical documentation, like you've seen a doctor who's obviously clarified about your injury, right?
I've seen specialists over specialists and specialists. I'm on CPP disability. That's the federal disability pension. And it's hard to get on that. I'm on that for my workplace injuries. I also receive AGE, Assured Income for the Severely Handicapped. It's a provincial program for the disability. I have that. So what's going on here is that the federal provincial government are picking up my tab, my injuries, I can barely giving me enough to live on. And yeah, screwing over the WCV, screwing over the taxpayers, having them afford me to put on me on these social disability programs rather than my workplace insurance that should have held and counted for. They should have been providing my income.
And there's no question it happened at work. And you mentioned CPP disability in Ontario. I know that you automatically qualify for Ontario Disability Support Program. Once you qualify physically for CPP disability, that's not an easy one. You're correct. That's not easy to get on.
No, it's not.
So I gather the change you want to see is more acceptance of people who are disabled and listening to the doctors. But is there
Actually,
more to it than that?
a lot more. What I would like to see some type of federal accountability to this, because you have workers jumping from province to province, working, trying to have income to support, build their life, to support their families, to take care of, to be an honorable Canadian worker who's proud of our country, proud of where we're from. But the thing is it's not happening. We can't live the lifestyle we desire. The government, this is a federal issue. The provincial, I've went through this already, fought in the early 2000s with the Alberta Injured Workers Society, no longer in existence, who I worked with anyways. And we tried to sue the provincial government. We ended up getting so close to that. That's another story. Anyways, we were very close. But yeah, we need some type of accountability. We need some type of provincial intervention with the federal government over it about it. And there needs to be some type of federal accountability. Because like I said, workers are working in different jurisdictions, different provinces. They live in one province and working in different ones. It's happening right across Canada. So this system in place is outdated. It's unwarranted, and it's not governed. We need some type of accountability and governance on this, and we need some federal intervention.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. And I appreciate you. I know it's got to be difficult to go through the story and rehash it. And we thank you very much for doing that.
Oh, we just touched down on the surface. Not much of a story there yet.
It's true. It's true. And I hope people look into beyond this for sure. Thank you again.